The Vishnu Purana describes cosmic time in nested cycles. We have already seen Maha Yugas and Kalpas. Now we look at the middle layer, the Manvantara. A Manvantara is a long epoch governed by a Manu. Manus are sometimes translated as progenitors or lawgivers. In the Purana, they are the human archetypes who guide the moral and social formation of a new age. How many Manvantaras are there? Each day of Brahma, called a kalpa, contains 14 Manvantaras. Each Manvantara lasts for 71 Maha Yugas. Since one Maha Yuga is 4.32 million human years, one Manvantara is 306.72 million years. Multiply that by 14 and you reach almost the full span of a kalpa, with brief junction periods inserted to complete the full cycle. The Purana describes that each Manvantara begins with a renewal. At that resetting point, a new Manu appears. That Manu takes responsibility for shaping human society in ways suited to the climate, the population, and the spiritual tone of the epoch. Manus are not minor figures. They establish laws, social norms, and often preside over new races or ages of humans. In some ways, they function like cultural architects. What does a Manu do? The Purana gives several roles. A Manu organizes the human family lines. He institutes codes for kings and priests. He appoints or endorses a primary Indra, the sovereign of the gods, for that Manvantara. He oversees the maintenance of ritual and social order, adapted to the age. Each Manu thus brings a distinct dharma, a set of duties and rules that match the state of human consciousness then present. One Manu is especially important for our thinking. The Vishnu Purana names Vaivasvata Manu as the Manu of the present Manvantara. Vaivasvata Manu is associated with the post-flood human line, the renewal after great dissolution. Many traditional accounts trace current human lineages back to Vaivasvata Manu, and some scriptures portray him as the originator of familiar social patterns. The Purana also explains transitions. At the end of a Manvantara, partial dissolution occurs. Gods retire from office. A new Indra is chosen. A new Manu is born or appointed. There may be pralaya-like events, major floods, or large-scale shifts that make a fresh start necessary. The Purana frames these as natural the cosmic economy of renewal, not moral punishment or caprice. Why does the Purana give such attention to Manvantaras and Manus? Because it provides a model for how societies evolve. Instead of assuming a single linear arc, the Purana teaches that culture, morality, and political systems are cyclic and adaptive. Each Manu's law is context-specific. What works in one Manvantara will not work unchanged in another. The Purana's insight is practical. If civilization declines in one age, resilience arises in the next, because a new Manu will reframe ethical life to fit new conditions. We must also note an interpretive point. Manus are both mythic founders and symbolic principles. Some readers treat them as literal ancestors, while others read them as archetypal templates for human governance. Both readings are present in the Purana. The text names genealogies and events, and it also gives ritual and doctrinal instructions tied to each Manu. That dual character gives the Purana its power as both a chronicle and a teaching manual. Finally, see how Manvantaras fit the larger cosmology. The Kalpa breathes. Within a day of Brahma, the 14 Manvantaras are like heartbeats. Within each Manvantara, the cycles of Maha Yugas continue to turn. Avatars appear when balance is lost. Manus reforms social order. Kings rise and fall, and cultures adapt to the new spiritual weather. In the next episode, we study the avatars of Vishnu, how they map to Yugas and Manvantaras, and why the Purana treats avatars not only as divine rescues, but also as structural corrections in cosmic time.